Hello, everyone. Today we'll talk about micro-influencers, and my guest is Marcel Marculescu. Yes?
Almost, yeah.
Oh,
Marculescu, yes.
Marculescu. Perfect.
Yes.
So, and one more person we have today is Lisett. She
Hello.
works with she works with Amazon brands. So, Marcel, could you introduce yourself and also tell us what you will be sharing today?
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me, Augustas, and nice to meet you, Lisett, live. So my name is Marcel Marculescu. I am an Amazon. First of all, I'm an Amazon seller for almost 3.5 years, if we're talking halves. And I'm a co-founder of IntelliSales. IntelliSales is a company specialized in product launches, rankings, and micro-influencers. From our business, we will be taking out the micro-influencer program, and we will present it to you today the way we do it, in a simple way, in a do-it-yourself way. And hopefully, you will get a lot of good content tonight, or this evening, actually, yeah.
Perfect.
What I can say, okay, it's perfect, yeah.
Yeah, say.
What I can say that until now, we've launched successfully almost 300 products. And apart from the micro-influencer business, our business in ranking is very important to every Amazon sellers. But like I said, tonight, this evening, we're gonna talk about the micro-influencers on Instagram.
So perfect. And before we do anything, those who are watching, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Orange Klik, because here we have more videos like this where we talk with different experts of Amazon. So Lisett, what did you want to say?
Yeah, I wanted to say that today's topic is definitely very interesting for sellers, because it might look really easy to find influencers and work with them and just get a lot of good posts against in exchange for a product. But actually, it's not that easy, because you have to have your systems and you have to communicate with them in a correct way to have the best results. So I'm really looking forward to what you share with us today.
Perfect. So I think we can jump to the presentation, and those who are watching live, you're welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and we will reply to them later. So, Marcel, you're ready?
Yes. So let's see. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the micro-influencers and mainly how to drive traffic from Instagram to your Amazon business, or even to your website if you're running Shopify. For example, personally, I prefer Shopify to run my Instagram traffic to Shopify, because I can use Facebook Pixel there. I can, take control over my customers and, do this in a more controlled way, so to speak. So we will be talking about how you can get authentic product feedback from your customers by giving them a free product, and trying also to get photo and video content that you can later use on your Amazon business. So for those who don't know me, my name is Marcel Marculescu. I'm a co-founder of IntelliSales. IntelliSales is a company specialized in product launching, ranking, and also micro-influencers and brand awareness programs. And for those of you who've been in Prague right before this pandemic started, I presented a little bit about our program, and now we're gonna go more into depth. And I will present tonight more information, more details about how you can do it on your own. Super. Good. So let's jump into it. The process is quite simple. We are relying on contacting persons and micro-influencers that have at least 1,000 followers. The idea would be to get to those people who are looking at a specific niche. It's very important to know exactly who you're targeting and to understand, first of all, your customer avatar. And starting from there, you can go in depth and you can approach people and ask them to join what you could call, what we are calling actually our micro-influencers program. The idea is to basically build a community around your brand, and for people to talk about, and afterwards you can also use this community for future product launches if you're going in the same niche. So the main idea is the entire strategy is based on targeting one main factor that influences the consumer behavior, which is the social factor. So, for example, a buyer will always purchase a product if he sees this within his social group, within his family, friends, and for example, if we are looking at this pair of headsets, let's say that you're trying to promote them. The more people in a group that use them and talk about them, then the easier would be for someone psychologically to identify them and look for your specific brand. Reference groups influence buyer behavior. More than 45% of the world's population uses social media these days, and with an average of more than 2 hours spent each day on social media, which is really a lot. I don't know the statistics now during the pandemic times, because imagine that everyone was staying online at home, either on social media or doing something online. Most of the people were, actually connected to the social media. So that was a great opportunity, and still is, and it will never stop for you to grow your brand, taking advantage of social media. The easiest way to reach the end users and customers is to target their corresponding social group. So why targeting or looking for micro-influencers on Instagram? Instagram is reached over 1 billion, and that's billion with a B, monthly active users, and it's constantly growing. More than 60% of Instagram users discover.
We lost your slides.
Okay, sorry.
Are you defining what is micro-influencer?
We are going slowly into that.
Okay, yeah, we see your presentation.
Okay, now.
Perfect.
Wrong button. So, yeah, we are talking about why Instagram at the moment. So, apart from Instagram having more than 1 billion active users each month, the engagement on Instagram is much bigger than Facebook. It's 10 times higher than Facebook. It's 84 times higher than Twitter. So the idea behind it is to go where people hang out and where people actually engage. So what is a micro-influencer program and what is a micro-influencer actually on Instagram? We are looking to target. Micro-influencer is defined differently on different platforms, asking different people. We tend to look at people who have between 1,000 and 100,000 followers and are focused on a specific niche with enough social interaction on their post. So, for example, we are looking at people who have at least 5% interaction and engagement on their post, and those would be a good candidate for a micro-influencer program. Before contacting the micro-influencers, we are looking into, we are always making sure that the profile is okay, and make sure that they have relevant content on their profile. It's important for them to actually target their niche through your niche, actually, through all the posts they have. Another important aspect is to have quality pictures and to have an appropriate language while presenting all those pictures and everything related to that specific niche. The main advantages of micro-influencers are that they could create your brand awareness by sharing specific hashtags, and your brand hashtag is the most important one. Apart from that, you will do a hashtag research, which we're going to get into a little bit in this presentation. And also you get Instagram traffic and organic buys will follow, that's for sure. And you get to dominate specific hashtags and empower your brand name and hashtag. Apart from that, we're looking to get social followers, social impressions, and social engagement on our accounts. Our focus is to have quality followers. Our focus is to reach people that are actually interested in our niche, in our own products, actually, and we target that niche with by offering them a free product and asking them to actually disclose it, to do an unboxing, to do product in action, video or photo content, and put it in front of their followers. In this scenario, of course, there is the possibility to use prepaid or paid tools. We quite go into that and try to advise that sometimes we have tested it, and actually, to be honest, we've run into problems with Instagram for using those tools and trying to automate things. But yeah, of course, maybe there are some tools there that are worth looking into at the moment. So,
Marcel, there is a question. What about fake followers? Like how to? Yeah.
Yeah, that's very important. We'll get into that when we do our actual micro-influencer research. There are fake followers, of course. There are also fake engagements at the moment, if you're looking into it. But let's define fake followers. Fake followers are those that don't usually interact. If, for example, and this is what I said, we're looking at an engagement of a minimum 5%. So let's say, for example, one user has 100,000 followers. We're going to look at his posts and try to see if an average of 5% out of those 100,000 followers are actually engaging, liking, and see the comments. And based on that, you can define if that account is worth taking into consideration and include it in your program and in your brand awareness. Hope that answers the questions.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. So you get authentic photos, you get videos, and you can use them in your listing. Here we have some videos from one of our clients that agreed to allow us to share his results with you tonight. And yeah, the idea is normally you pay up to maybe $100 for a quality photo to use on your listing, or maybe you will need content to use on YouTube or on featured videos on small videos on your listing. And the micro-influencer program can give you exactly that. You can go to some people and you can get amazing results. Maybe the photographers themselves will not be able to provide you with this quality, because these people, this is their passion. This is what they do. They will provide you with the best because they are also into it, and this is priceless. So the difference between micro-influencers and influencers. When we're talking about influencers, we are looking at people that have a lot of followers, and maybe a part of them are fake, let's say. But the idea is that when you go to them, based on that 1 million followers or 2 million followers number that you see there, they will ask you to pay in order for them to present your product in front of their followers. We usually don't go to these people. We prefer to go to micro-influencers because smaller groups are more powerful. In smaller groups, and people that actually post about their passion will be most likely to accept your product for free and talk about it because they're not into it as a business, so to speak. The idea behind it is to try to identify people who will be authentic in their posting, who will put their honest opinion on Instagram, and who will talk about your product, knowing your niche and knowing what they're talking about. From the influencer side, it's pros and cons. But the idea is that going to micro-influencers is better, definitely better for you. So let's have a look at how this is going to to be done. So before you start your looking for microinfluencers, let me present you with this framework for better understanding the flow. We are starting from the consolidation of the Instagram account. It's very important. We don't go contacting micro-influencers before we start to have a consolidated account. Then we find and follow the niches related hashtags. And after that, we establish a hashtag strategy. And only when that is in place, we start contacting micro-influencers. And of course, we keep doing it and keep the audience engaged. We're going to get into each of this in a moment. The idea is that the most important step in creating this micro-influencer program for yourself is to consolidate your brand profile. Always focus on relevant content and post regularly. This is very important. And the most important step is to create a clean and visually appealing Instagram profile. People tend to look at it and create their own opinion based on what they see. There are a lot of tips and tricks out there. So we've put here 10 of them that we consider very important. And we've prepared a PDF for you, a free ebook that you can get by accessing that link in the presentation there. In there, you'll get exactly this 10 secrets and more valuable information that you can use into starting your own micro-influencer program.
Yeah, you can find the link to this ebook also in the description of this video. So
yeah, it's very important. Yeah, so finding the right hashtags. We always start from our Amazon keywords. Of course, if you have an Amazon product listed, you would have done a keyword research first before building creating the Amazon listing. Starting from those keywords, you start and build a list of Instagram keywords, because in Instagram, you might not match one-on-one, and you might find a lot of keywords and hashtags in this case that are really relevant for you. We've started from bread scoring on one side and from artisan baker, and we found a lot of hashtags that are of importance to us. But this is not the only strategy we're using to find the hashtags that we're interested in. There are also the related hashtags that you can find within each hashtag. By going into each of them, you will find two things. You'll find hashtags relevant to your brand, and also you'll have competitors. In our case, we have here bread bosses. Bread bosses is one of the hashtags there. That's one of our competitors. So it was very good to know that it's important to know who your competition is. As soon as you know that, you can go deep into their posts to see what they're posting, where they're posting. You can harvest keywords and the hashtags actually from related hashtags, but you can also harvest from the competitors' posts, which is a gold mine. How do you create your hashtag strategy? In order to do that, you do not that you have to list So in order to create your hashtag strategy, you will have to follow these steps. First of all, you research your niche and competitors, which I already talked about. It's very important to know your competitors. Then you establish a brand name hashtag, which can be your brand name, or you can put your brand name and product. That will create 2 or 3 more hashtags for you. Create a strategy by finding 2-3 hashtags that you want to dominate, and you start by finding and taking out of your already created hashtag list the hashtags that have a small number of posts. Why that? Because you will try to dominate those first. Starting your own Instagram account, considering that you have a new Instagram account and it's fresh, you are more likely to take control of smaller hashtags and then building up from there. What means to actually dominate a hashtag? It's from our point of view, it's getting to the top post section of that hashtag and also dominating number of engagements that you get for each post. That will put you there on the Hall of Fame, so to speak. So once you, of course, make sure each micro-influencer and also yourself will use these tags while making a post. And once you dominate these 2-3 hashtags, you can move to stronger hashtags and so on. Of course, it's a pyramid, so to speak, with a good foundation where you can start from hashtags that are easier to conquer and then move up to the stronger one. Repeat the process and dominate your niche. That's the idea. In order to research your niche and competitors, by looking at bread bosses, for example, like I said, you can look at their post and the number of hashtags they are using. You'll have the opportunity to go into each one of them and see if they're relevant for your niche and if it will help you in the future to also be present here. But most likely, if your competitors are posting here, of course, you'll need to be here as well. In order to establish your brand name and hashtag, it's very easy. That's usually your brand name. If you're making a longer hashtag, that would be your brand name and your product or products. For example, in our case, the brand name is Pradlar Bakers, and our product is scoring lame. So, for example, we have Pradlar Bakers scoring lame in one big hashtag. It's very important for, of course, for SEO, for Google, for Instagram, not to be neglected. And in the future, that might turn into a big keyword probably for Amazon as well. Along with your brand hashtag, you can also target 2 or 3 niche-related hashtags. We have chosen here 3 hashtags that we have targeted at first. For example, it was artisan bread, sourdough bread, and bread scoring. These hashtags we have also asked our influencers to use in their post in order to help us build up and dominate them. Of course, as soon as you dominate these hashtags, you go deeper and find other hashtags and start posting on them as well. Imagine that you have a 30 hashtags limit for each post, not considering some small hacks, so to speak. You will always use these hashtags, but try to get as much landscape as possible. Use as many keywords as possible. And this is very easy once you have a good product research, because you'll just copy paste them and you'll make a great post out of it. How do we get in contact with micro-influencers? Well, this is the fun part. First of all, we start by selecting a niche-related hashtag and check the latest posts. We go into each post and we see what that profile is about. We look at the profile's engagement rate. We look at what kind of content they are posting. We look at the followers' quality. We can even go further and open the followers' profile to see if what they're about. And this will help us identify fake accounts, because that question was earlier, and make things easy to identify the perfect candidate for our program. Once again, we are targeting quality over quantity. It's very important to make sure that the people we contact are really interested and part of our big niche. And of course, if you decide it's a good candidate, you go ahead and like a few posts, we will follow him and send him a message. We have here an example message, which is very simple. You ask them if they want to be part of your micro-influencer program, or you can just simply offer them with a free product to post in front of their followers. Now, the idea is, when you are offering the free product, you have a couple of options here. You can give them a link, which can be a super URL to Amazon, if you're targeting everything to Amazon to your profile, which can help you rank in the process a bit. If you find a good number of people interested, you can certainly rank on specific keywords. Also, you can do an SFB, which stands for search, find, buy. That means that you're going to ask them to open Amazon.com, type in a keyword, and find the specific main image that you have throughout all the competitors out there. Open that listing and purchase your product. This is very effective because it's the actual human behavior. We are using this often in our rankings and launching campaigns, and the results are extraordinary because Amazon has a lot of, how to put it, ways of interacting with super URLs. So at a certain point, they could, if they want, identify if a super URL is good or not. But in terms of search, find, buy, it's actually the replicated human behavior, and they will never know that you were paying, so to speak, that influencer to purchase your product through that link. It's a little bit of gray area. So yeah, depends what you're interested in actually doing. Okay, so this is another discussion that yeah, maybe we can put together with Augustas for another time on how to rank your product and create good quality ranking on your Amazon store.
Yes, write in the comments if you want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how you get in contact with micro-influencers. As soon as you have this process in place, you can occasionally ask micro-influencers to host a giveaway or a contest for you, which you will be sponsoring. This means that a specific micro-influencer who has a lot of followers will be running a contest or a giveaway or providing them with a 99% discount code or whatever in your name. They will be asking them to follow you. They will be asking them to tag a friend. So this will create more real estate for you on Instagram and a lot more people to follow you. And of course, it will be in the interest of the micro-influencer as well. You'll empower them to represent you as a brand. A lot of people are looking into that, and they want that to happen to them. At first, you might be running to get micro-influencers, but from a specific point in time, what I can say is that people will start coming to you and asking you if you will allow them to be one of the brand, how to put it, part of your tribe. Actually, that's the perfect term for it. So while you're trying to run after micro-influencers after a period of time, people will start running after you to represent you and to present with free products to their audience and their followers. Here are some results we have. This one is actually a very good picture that our client has used also in his listing. And it was done by an actual person, a normal person that is really an artist from my point of view. Based on the quality of the bread, I'm not a bread specialist, but what I can say is that he spent a lot of time doing it like that and then taking the photography, which really says something about it. Furthermore, you can get a lot of good quality content that you can use and you will use on your Instagram as well, and also on your listing. All this have been obtained, and is very important, without paying any ads or doing anything or paying the micro-influencers. Everything is related to actually talking to people, offering a free product, and results will come. It's very important if you're looking on the long-term strategy. Now, who is this for? There are two types of people on Amazon, if you ask me. There are people that sell pretty much everything from kitchen to baby, and they don't have a roadmap, but if they're making money, kudos to them. That's the whole idea of selling on Amazon. That's on one side. On the other side, there are people that are targeting and building a brand around a specific niche, around, for example, yoga, or in this case, chefs, which are using specific tools. So afterwards, this would be the first product. Afterwards, build more products in the same niche, because targeting these micro-influencers and building awareness in this niche on Instagram will grant you a lot of easiness into future launches of future product related to your actual niche. So both of these targets, so to speak, are okay as long as you're making money. But yeah, doing it for the first part where people are selling pretty much anything, I don't know if it will work so much as or have great results as for a niche specific strategy. So in terms of looking into results, like I said, my personal favorite is running Shopify, taking people from Instagram to Shopify, where I have control. I put the Facebook pixel on them, and then I can retarget them with future campaigns. But you also have a lot of other options, like the short URLs, the Pixelify or Bitly, or even Amazon Attribution is a good candidate for this. So this is about it from my side. Once again, I'd like to tell you that you can download the free ebook that we've put together. It's very good information in there that you can use starting today, and I'm sure you'll find it very useful. And yeah, if you have questions, I will be here.
Yeah, as I said, there is a link in the description of this video, and we have a few questions. Someone was referring to that about the fake influence, about fake followers, and you said that about 5% is a good engagement, and this person says maybe it's too much.
Too much?
Do you see the screen? Don't you think 5% is too much? That person says.
No, I don't think so. Actually, we've been targeting micro-influencers with up to 20% engagement. So once again, if that niche and that micro-influencer is really doing good stuff, it will have around him followers following the same niche as he is. So in that case, the engagement will be much more than on normal influencers. Because yeah, I know I've been on different platforms and I've paid influencers to promote my product, and you know, people with 1 million followers were having around 10,000 or maybe less, 5,000 engagement with each post. So it's very important to look into quality over quantity. But this is the way we do things. Of course, there are other people maybe that are targeting a big number there in the followers, you know, but I don't know. Once again, this is based on our experience and our results. And this is what we are doing. We are targeting people that are actually relevant to our niche. So a lot of people having 1,000 good quality followers are more important than one influencer with 1 million followers. That's my idea of things.
Okay, perfect. There is another question. Adrian was asking, what do you think about the videos on
IGTV? Thank you, Adrian. Nice to see you here, actually, to see your question. So that is part of the engagement, and it's very important to introduce an IGTV, how to put it, into your strategy. That is on the long term. Of course, doing it is for the best. We are actually going to talk about IGTV in future posts, and future information we'll provide about micro-influencers. The idea is that keeping your audience engaged in many ways, like contests, giveaways, IGTV, is the best way. So, of course, it's perfect. You just need the content for it. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we can go with this question. You shortly showed us how to approach the influencer, and somebody asked, where do you get the address and how do you compensate the person? So maybe you can quickly go over, like, okay, you reached out, they replied and they said they agree. what's next? What information you have to give to the influencer before letting them to actually purchase the product? What do you need to agree on?
Well, there are multiple options here. The first one would be to give them an easy 99% discount code. They will use that code and purchase the item directly from your Amazon store or Shopify store or whatever. That's the easy part. The good part that we are using and we are implementing into our ranking strategy is that we are either using a super URL, we're giving them a specific link to follow that will also rank our brand on Amazon on a specific keyword that we're looking into, or using an SFB, a search find buy strategy. If you are to do this, then you'll have to send the money to that micro-influencer in a way. You can do that either by PayPal, or you can present them with an Amazon gift card, or with the Visa gift card. The idea would be to actually send the money to them somehow so they can use it and purchase directly from your store. Now, of course, at first, you're gonna run into a problem. Then people will not know you, so you're gonna be sending the money up front. But from a period on, you can send the money, and we encourage you to send the money when the product has actually left the being shipped. So left the Amazon warehouse, or that's safer. Mm-hmm. Yes, here there are some risks. We've had maybe, I don't know, below 1% return rate, or people trying to scam us. Because if you do a good keyword research, or if you try to actually look into that micro-influencer to see what he's doing, and don't rush into taking a decision, you will take this to almost zero scammers. Because, we all know that people will try, if you give them the money, they can say, okay, I will not buy this product anymore. You can run into different type of people, that for sure.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So Matthew asked again about, could you explain how to drive traffic to your Amazon listing? As you mentioned, you like to do it by using Shopify. So he doesn't have any experience with Shopify before. So maybe you can go over that.
So, okay, the Shopify is actually very flexible because it allows me to integrate my store in Shopify with the Amazon warehouse. So when someone will make a purchase from my Shopify store, actually what we'll do, they will have a connection to the Amazon warehouse, and Shopify has an app, will dispatch that product directly to your customer. By doing this and doing it through Shopify, like I said, you get more control over your customers. You will have a database, you will have all their details, and you will have the possibility to pixel them and retarget them with your future products. That's the most important part. Now, Amazon has launched the Amazon Attribution Program, which is something to look into. That will also allow you to pixelize your customers. But still, from my personal point of view, I prefer to do it via Shopify because I have full control. Consider this. From the Shopify part, you're in charge. With Amazon, they have everything. They have the customer, they have their phone number, their email. You don't get access to that. You can use inserts and all sorts of things to try to get them to download your free ebook, for example, or give them some extra content. And that's how you can build a customer database. But through Shopify, you have everything at hand, is everything with you. Hope that was the question.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the answer. Okay. The same Matthew. I think we missed another question by Matthew, which he is asking to clarify. Do you mean the real search find by or super URL search find by?
So SVB, okay. Search find by is different from super URL. Super URL is a link that will take the customer to Amazon and will input their search term. Then the customer will, of course, you can input some hidden keywords or field ASIN variables, and you can only display to the customer your product alone out of that entire search result. That's the super URL. It's a link that will get you from Instagram, for example, to Amazon's search results displaying your product. Now, the search, find, buy, it's replicating the actual behavior of the buyer, which implies opening, if on mobile, opening the Amazon app, going to the search bar, inputting there the keywords that we want. For example, I don't know, Pradlar Baker's scoring lane or something, and finding the product that you're selling and purchasing it. So it's a mechanism done manually. This is what search, find, buy means. It's done manually by your micro-influencer, and the results are incredible because Amazon will see that as normal behavior. I mean, they are not in the position of a super URL. They will not be landing on a search exactly and then opening exactly your product, because from the tracking point of view, that means landing from Instagram directly on a search result, clicking your product and going and purchasing it. Search, find, buy is opening Amazon.com if you're on the US, then searching for your search term, finding your product, opening the listing, making the purchase. This is all manual, and this is 100% how normal people do it.
Okay, cool. So Phil has a couple of good questions. What if the product is quite expensive one? Should the seller give affiliate commission on each order rather than a free product? Do you have any experience with more expensive products?
No, personally no, but that's a decision that you have to make. You can either give a percentage discount if the niche is really interested in your product and you find micro-influencers that are interested in actually buying your product, and that can be tested definitely. Personally, I haven't run into very. I'm thinking here when you say expensive products, I'm thinking over $100, correct? Maybe 200 or so. That would
Probably
be expensive, yeah. So in that case, although I don't think it's a problem, because it's really how you build up your strategy. It's important to get the micro-influencer to agree to purchase your product, or you give them I don't know, what would you agree to give them? A 50% discount maybe? The idea is that with more expensive, let's say $200 product, it's of course a bit different from this. But it's really a strategy that you need to look into and see what your budget dictates.
All right.
Yeah.
Phil has another question. Can you suggest some good, preferably free hashtag tool that gives related hashtags, but also the number of searches for those hashtags?
We are not using tools like I've presented. We are doing this manually, because with tools, of course, you can research, and I'm sure there are pretty nice tools out there to do this. But the human eye looks better at things. And of course, looking into hashtags and seeing what type of content is in there, this is the important part, because that hashtag might be related to what you're looking for, but the content might be a bit different. And depends, maybe you don't want to be in that specific hashtag. I think Google search would answer fast to your question. Personally, like I said, I had never used it, so I don't know.
Okay. Marcin has a good question. We have talked about all the good things, but let's talk about the bad case scenario. What if you send the product and they do nothing? Maybe they don't reply you anymore. They have the product, but you don't have any posts.
Correct. I've actually answered this a bit earlier, but I'll go through it again. So there is the possibility that you send the product, or you send the people the money to purchase your product, and they decide not to talk to you anymore. They decide that they want to keep the money and do whatever with them, or actually purchase the product and not do anything afterwards. Our experience here dictates that if you do a good research, people are more likely to actually post your product and create a relationship with you, because people are okay. There are some people there that will try to scam you, that's for sure, but that rate should be, I don't know, very, very low. So don't go. It's a mindset thing from my point of view. don't look at the bad things that can happen. Instead, focus on the good things and ignore the bad things. The bad things in this situation is that what? They will keep the product and that's it. You lose a product. Okay, that happens from time to time. As long as that is a decent amount and you're targeting the right people, there's no problem there. But that will happen. I will not say that it never happened. It happens. People get greedy and try to stay with the money and stuff. But
okay.
a good micro-influencer doesn't do that normally.
Okay. I have one question myself. Do you usually agree on the deadline of posting the post to Instagram, like before you send out the product? Because in my experience, working with influencers is always going better when we have agreed on certain deadline or a date. So if we usually don't set the date, then we don't get the post either. It could take even like a month to receive the post.
Correct, yes. That is very important. We normally believe in the human interaction. So we try to build up a relationship with those micro-influencers. We don't just send the product and, okay, set the date to 10 days from here, you receive it in 2 days, you'll have then maybe 8 days to play with it and provide us with the content. We go into more of a relationship when we constantly engage them and we ask them, have you received the product? Has it arrived at your house? Have you had time to test it? We don't put pressure on them. Instead, we try to build up, and as soon as they are ready to post, that's the moment when we decide on when to post it. So it matches our strategy, and we don't get like 10 posts in the same day from 10 different influencers. But until that moment when they are ready to actually post, we are flexible.
Okay, so it's really important for the sellers to actually communicate with influencers and keep in touch with them throughout the whole process.
That's the idea, yes.
And we have a question where people are still wondering how to find those influencers. I think you mentioned some strategies, but can you do a summary?
No problem. Yes, we are not using tools. Once again, we are actually looking into hashtags. As soon as you do the hashtag research, you can look at the posts on that hashtag. By looking at the post and who actually made the post, you can deep dive into who that person is, and that's how we find our micro influencers, by looking at what they post, looking at their profile to see exactly what their niche is about and what they're posting about, and then maybe looking a bit further at their followers to see exactly what kind of people they are. It's very important. Yeah.
It's a lot of manual research, so you can give this task to a virtual assistant or something.
Yes, definitely. You can put someone to do it manually. I'm not talking about the brand owner to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Marcin was asking about about the bad things, and then he clarified, saying that the question was more like, do you set up any agreements, written agreements?
Well, yeah. Like a contract or anything?
Yeah.
No, it's just a virtual handshake and let's say gentleman's agreement. Yeah. Trust, yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, from my point of view, like I said, it's looking at the good thing, just not ignoring the bad thing. But if your mind is always focused on, okay, he might steal the product, he might not talk to me anymore, if you're all negative about it, it's a matter of mindset. Keeping a positive attitude, communicating positively to that micro-influencer is really the way forward. Like I said, we have very, very little people who have done this to us, so to speak. And that was from, crazy reasons you would never think about. But yeah, keep your mind on the good stuff.
Thank you for self-help motivation.
Okay, somebody is asking, what is the effect of 10% off coupons for your followers versus a free product for you as a seller, I guess then?
Okay, that might not be much of a deal for example, if the idea is to give 10% to a micro-influencer 10% discount and ask them to post and present your product in front of their followers. We don't do that. What we can do is at a certain point we make personalized discount codes. So for example, for Augustas here, we can make an Augustas 10 discount that he can present to his followers. That's even going a bit further, and having or you can make one generic one for everyone and give them to put it in their bio or post it along with that. For example, buy this product, and if you use this coupon code, you also get 10% discount. But that would be the micro-influencer post. Presenting the micro-influencer with a 10% discount, yeah, I don't think that's the whole point of this. Yeah. You're on mute, Augustas, or I cannot hear you.
No, you cannot hear you. Did you wash your hair?
Oh, yeah.
Now you hear me well?
Yeah. No, better. Yes.
Yeah,
quick wash, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, by the way, actually, let's make a break and some promotional, what promotional? Just that people subscribe, people have to subscribe to the channel. So click like and subscribe before we continue. And also, once again, you will find the links to Marcel's work in the description. Also, we are continuing with answering questions, but Marcel, I think you are also have a service where you help Amazon sellers, right, to approach the influencers, right? Can you talk for 1 minute about that?
Exactly. We can do this for you. That's for sure. We have a program. We have certain packages that we can offer you in terms of building the micro-influencer program. Also, I think we have a discount for our viewers tonight.
Yes, I think.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
you
very
can
important.
find in the description. Yes.
That's a discount, and more than that, if you are downloading our ebook, you'll get a promotional price, which can be combined with this discount. So we are offering for you tonight to this evening. We are offering a good deal if you want to start this and do this with us. That's very important. And yeah, we are here. We can do this for you, and we can try to build up your branding based on our experience and how we get things done. Yeah.
Perfect. So let's talk about TikTok. So Suresh is saying that TikTok, I hear some dogs barking.
Yeah, it's outside here. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
In the city.
In the city. TikTok is taking off really fast over the last year. Is this a platform you are looking into for similar strategies?
Yes, TikTok is exploding. Actually, it's a very good platform. The only problem with TikTok is that interaction, it's not so easy. So you cannot actually communicate with people unless you follow, they follow, and you make the connection. So it's one more step there. While on Instagram, you can send a DM to anyone you don't know or don't know. But we are looking into TikTok, and definitely we'll come up with a program for that as well in the future.
3 people talking about TikTok in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony has a question regarding to the target size for building the micro-influencer community. So how many accounts have you had to target to reach the number of average for your clients? So what is like the medium number of accounts you usually acquire for one client?
We see this brand awareness and branding is built over a lot of time. It will not happen in 1 month, that's for sure. So we do this constantly. For our clients, we are building it on a constant level. And I don't see this as ever stopping strategy. You can, of course, get a VA. You can get someone to do it for you. We can do it for you. But at the end, if you're committed to building a brand, you should never stop this strategy. Because the more people you reach, the more customers you'll have. And all your customers are where? Social media. Everyone is doing Instagram. Everyone is doing Facebook. yeah, and everyone is doing TikTok, that's for sure. So it's not about an average, it's about doing it and continuously building your brand.
I'm not doing TikTok, but my son's 7-year-old son's friend is on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. You should look into that as well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anthony is inspired to ask you more questions. So he's saying, do you have experience paying cash to micro-influencers in exchange of promotion? If so, what is your limit that you have seen to be effective?
Paying for micro-influencers is not what we do. Offering a free product is enough for them to talk about it. No? What's that?
No, I'm just showing cash.
Cash. Yeah.
No
cash. No. You see, there are a lot of platforms out there that will put you in contact with micro-influencers, and you pay them to disclose your product in front of their audience. But the problem that we see there is that those micro-influencers will post about pretty much anything from different niches. This is not what we're looking into here. Here we're looking into people like, a friend of yours that is constantly talking about fishing accessories, going fishing and showing what type of things he bought and stuff like that. He has a passion inside. So he'll always be posting about fishing, about what he has bought, what he, catched, lying about it probably. I don't know, I don't want to offend anyone here. So yeah, that's the kind of people we are targeting. And those people will be more than happy to try a new product for free instead of asking for money. If they're asking for money, we politely say thank you and we try to find other people. But yeah, of course, if you want to pay them, nobody's stopping. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to say that everyone can do this. But targeting a passion, that's more deep.
Anthony is grateful.
Thank you, Anthony.
And awesome. InfoQuest is happy. He says, or she says, very informative session.
Thank you.
And the person says, we rock. Well, I don't rock, I pop. Okay. I'm in a good mood. Okay, Lisett, what's next?
Yeah, well, we have a question regarding to reviews. Have you monitored, do buyers also leave reviews on Amazon after they purchase the product?
That's a good source of reviews, but that's not something we're going to discuss tonight because, yeah, it's a gray area. It's a gray area, but at the end, depends how you...
switching off, Marcel. We don't discuss today.
Yeah, the gray area stuff.
Yeah, you can ask them for a review. Of course, you can do that. And yeah, that can bring in some great reviews, even with a photo or video from a very nice audience. But try to put it in a way so they don't feel that you are offering a free product in exchange for a review. That's very important. That doing so would break Amazon's TOS, and we don't want to do that. We are relying on people's experiences. We are giving them a product to test, to display in front of their audience. And in the end, yes, it's a good source of reviews. You can ask them, would you mind if you would post your opinion in Facebook, in Amazon as well? So yeah.
Okay, before next question for you. You know about Amazon affiliate program where video makers and influencers are using links. Do you see that these micro-influencers using a lot of these Amazon links?
Normally depends, but like I said, if this is their passion, then they will most likely post about their life experience, about what they're doing daily, and they're passionate about. They might also have some blogs or something like that to post about their experiences, of course, but they're not into, at least from my experience, they're not into business, so to speak, to actually promote and sell everything. They're more common people that are looking into a passion and getting the most out of it.
Okay, so this question is not so relevant because Matthew was wondering about this. Maybe you heard about 1 month ago, Amazon sliced down the commissions, and he thought maybe as a seller offering your products, you can kind of incentivize or replace this income with some commission, I don't know, rewarding affiliates when they are promoting. But I can imagine it can be difficult because in Instagram, you cannot share the links so easily, right?
Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is, you will provide them with a coupon code, and you can track everything via, let's say, Amazon, every sale that came through that coupon code. And based on that, of course, you can give them a commission. Yes, that's a good way to track things. And you have the reports there, and you can see all the persons that use the specific coupon that you created. So you just need to keep track of things, and this can be done as well. And it's very important because Amazon did drop a lot in the affiliate commissions.
Suresh is just grateful for the channel, for Marcel's channel.
Thank you.
I think it has been really a lot of information, I think, to follow just like right away. Actually, I have one question regarding to receiving the content from influencers. So most of the sellers know by now that there is this quite a new thing called Amazon Posts, which is kind of like a social media feed for the sellers. Have you done? Have you asked influencers to make more photos and more materials than just the one post they will post on Instagram? For example, do you ask them to make, let's say, can you make 10 different photos and maybe make a couple of videos, and then you can use those photos later in the Amazon post, so you can use one influencer to produce content to different places?
It all depends very much on the niche. Depends what kind of people they're there, because we've had niches with people very passionate that we never asked them to make like 10 videos and 3 photos or whatever. They will keep posting and using the products in their postings, and they were so happy about it that they were providing content without actually asking for it. Normally, we go and ask for people for either one video or one photo, but it really depends, because normal people don't actually take one photo and that's it. They bring in a lot of photos, because once again, that's their passion, and that's very important. And what we've seen over the years is that the creativity of the people and the way they create and put in the photograph there, or the actual videos they provide us, it's incredible. It's really incredible. And once again, you don't have to look at it as having, okay, if I give you a free product, you give me 5 videos. It doesn't work like that. Create a relationship with them. Ask them, okay, if you can do an unboxing for me, I'll be more than happy. And if you can also test the product and also provide some photos out of that, it's super. But try to be flexible, try to be human, and people will surprise you, I can guarantee.
And I think it could also be like a second step, perhaps. So once you have done the first collaboration about the Instagram post, you can tell them that you have like another project going on. Because what I have experienced is that it's really good to use the same person who has had that good relationship with you to produce more content, because they're happy to do that. If they receive like a bonus money for that as well, they're more than glad to do that. But like you said, the communication and the relationship, it has to be good in order to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And Cornelius is wondering, how many products do you have to give away to rank high on the hashtag? So basically, how many influencers do you need, right?
Yeah, it depends on the hashtag. When you do the hashtag research, you'll see that some hashtags maybe have 100 posts in them, other have 1,000, other millions. So it really depends on each hashtag. If you at first try to dominate and go into a lower number of hashtags with a lower number of posts, then it will get you on top faster. That's for sure. But you need to have consistency. You need to put there a couple of some effort in order to get your posts on the top post section. That's, like I said, is the Hall of Fame. As soon as you dominate that hall of fame, it's perfect. But once again, that hashtag has to be relevant to your niche and what you're doing, because that's what this is all about. Doing a good hashtag research is like on Amazon doing a good keyword research. You do it once and then you make the strategy based on that. After a period of time, you can go back and redo everything and see everything, what's changed, whatever keywords, new hashtags you have. It's very important to keep doing it. I cannot say exactly how many posts you will need in one hashtag to get to the top. Like I said, it depends. But what I can say is to monitor things and be there with the business. Not you personally, but maybe your VA, maybe someone to monitor it. Yeah.
Perfect. I think it's one of the last questions. Suresh wants to know, can you use Instagram influencer videos on Amazon listing page, like a product unpacking video or product review?
Yes, definitely. You can use it on your listing. You can reuse it to post it on your Instagram account. You can use it on YouTube. That content will be yours. But once again, communicate with the micro-influencer and tell them, ask for permission. That's what we do. They will not say no. They will not say no to you. Don't use it on YouTube or whatever. Don't do it, because they're already public. They will not say that. But it's important to ask for their permission. And once you have their permission, you can use it in promotion materials. You can use it on ads. You can use it anywhere you like, even on your listing or small videos. There's no stopping you. About reviews, you'll just have to see if that that micro-influencer is willing to actually post it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, Joan Pineda says, I downloaded a free ebook and noticed that you have monthly service. What does it include? So let's talk a little bit what you offer.
Yeah, so it's written there what we offer. I don't know by heart exactly what we're offering for the 449. We have a brochure for it. But what we can say is we are offering a certain number of people that we will target each month. We are offering a number of posts that will display within micro-influencers and with your own Instagram account. Also, we will be presenting with daily or weekly status of what we're doing. Everything will be transparent. And just feel free to contact us and we'll provide you with all the information. And I'm sure
What's the best way to contact you?
You can contact us on Facebook or via email. You can give us an email at hello or anything you want. You can put there at intellisales.info.
Okay, let me write this on the screen. Oh, okay, like this. Yep.
You got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Lisett, do you have other questions?
I have one question, since we have been talking quite a lot about systemizing and organizing and everything from like PPC to managing VAs. Do you have any tips for sellers to manage the communication with the micro-influencers? Because I bet if a seller would contact a lot of influencers, they have to keep an eye on how things are going. So would you just recommend setting up a Google Drive sheet or any tips about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are usually using Google Excel for that, and providing access to it, and every communication and everything we do about it is within that Excel sheet. So this way the seller has an overview of what we're doing. Also, we're providing all the information to the seller, so it's transparent. We believe in transparency, and and one more thing, we are always trying to over-deliver on what we commit to, because we care about what we do and we like to do what we do.
Perfect. So a little bit of happy people. Someone says long-time subscriber. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. I can put that banner, funny banner.
Augustas commercial break.
Commercial break. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe below, like the video. Oh, yeah, it's perfect. Perfect.
Everybody like this.
Yeah. And let me put more comments here. Many thanks. Grateful. Excellent. Oh, Suresh was just hunting something and he killed 2 birds. 4 birds, but
Poor birds, yeah.
good. But with a stone, so it's not so, aggressive. All right. Great talk. Orange Klik have been followers on the channel. Perfect. Thank you very much. No more questions. I think everybody is happy. So, Marcel, your website is intellisales.info. People can contact with this email address. They will find below the links to the ebook, to your website. And you can just watch again this webinar where Marcel gave really a lot of useful information, practical. You can implement yourself. If not, if you don't have time, you can reach out to Marcel's team, and they will help you. And of course, it's a paid service, and you can find discounts in the description below Lisett. And
below me, below there, under there.
All right. Yeah, I think I see one more comment. Yes, thank you for your help, Phil.
You're welcome.
Very welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Marcel. Good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.